Wow. If my laptop wasn't broken before, it is now. Nothing to see here. Hello. It's Alex. I'm in my office, as I call it. I have a pile of jobs to do, so I thought I would share at least one of them with you. And today it is something a little bit different. We are going to repair Lyndon's screwdriver. It should be a ratchet screwdriver. Should. Well, it's not ratcheting anymore. It's come apart and all the little bits inside have fallen out. Let me try and get the light down a bit better. There we are. They've all fallen out, all the bits inside. All that's left in there is that bit. And, yeah, that bit there. There's also a little tiny spring in here that I'd like to dig out. But I might have to go and get some tools for that. It's a snap-on screwdriver. Everything from snap-on is pretty much repairable. And they supply repair kits. Ah, look, there's one of the little springs, look. There it is, it's come out. They supply a repair kit, that's the part number for this screwdriver. And here is the instructions upon how to fit. There we are. I've already got the little bits out and got them in my little fancy dish, which is a ring tray, I think, that I put car parts in. It's much more exciting. So it comes with some oil, snap-on ratchet oil. It's probably just 3 in 1. A large sort of circlip, a new one of these gears, I suppose you'd call it. I'm going to put it down. We've got 2 little springs, one red and one silver. 2 little, I'm calling these mushrooms. Don't know if you can see them on the camera. They are really small. I'm not sure this camera can deal with macro, to be honest. There they are, tiny little fellas. 2 of them. 2 of the springy things. 2 of these, they look like little tiny miniature stairs. They're pawls, I think you call them. Ratchet pawls? I'm not sure. This little sort of retaining piece here. And then a little disc, which I'm not sure if we're going to use or not, to be honest. I'll tell you why in a minute. Now I shall read the instructions and try and make it so you can see what's going on. Oops, a bit's rolling away. I got the spring out, by the way. I just smacked it against the side of the desk. Savage. Here we are, assembly. All new parts. Right, yeah, this is it. If your assembly does not include a disc, i.e. when you took your ratchet apart, a little disc didn't fall out, don't use it. Now it's a bit hard for me to tell because this was already apart, so there is a chance that Lyndon has lost the disc, but I don't know, so I'm going to put it to one side. I'm not going to use it because it says if there's not one in there, don't put it in, so I'm not going to put it in. Now it says about here, mount the handle in a vise, blah blah blah. Well, I'm not going to mount it in a vise. I'm sure we don't need to do that. It's a bit excessive. I suppose it's easy. It gives you 2 hands free to work on it. But I'm just going to try and do it here. So, cross-shaped slot opposite you, which I presume is this fella. Insert the red coil spring in the cross-shaped slot and the other coil spring in the remaining spring pocket. So yeah, the red one goes in here. Tiny little fella. And the other one goes in this hole here. Boof. Make sure they're in there. Yep, it's in. Install the disc. Well, we're not putting the disc in, are we? The gear and the pulls. And the gear goes in this way. And the pulls. And then the pull springs. Okay. Have we got a figure here? Yes, there's a figure here showing us which way the little pulls have got to go by the looks of it. Gosh. Interesting. It's not very sort of self-explanatory, is it? Because this diagram's got the thing that way round. And then it's showing us pretty sure it's showing us that way. That's got to go in there. No. It only fits in one way. Okay, so it only fits in one way by the looks of it. So you can't really get it wrong. And then the little springy fellas. Again, I don't think there's a wrong or a right way of doing this. Put them in. Okay, that's those in. And then it says, check the springs, press against the pole as shown. Well, you're not really showing me very well. But they're in there, so... I mean, when I do that, they're springing, so that must be right. They won't go in any further. Open the oil, squeeze the oil between the gear and the pulls and dab some on the top of each coil spring. Okay. This is probably where the vice comes in handy. Oh, I got a feeling this could get a bit messy. I'm going to try and do it just here. Because I've got to hold it upright. And then I'll twist you around. Yeah, you might be able to see that. So it reckons we're going to splat... Oh, shit. Sugar. Oil in there. Oil in there. Dab on top of that spring. And a dab onto... Oh! I mean, how much oil do they want in here? Just going to go for it, you know? Why not? Bang it all in there. Actually, I didn't put it all in. I don't want to overfill it. Let's just read it again. Squeeze oil between the gear and the pulls. Well, it doesn't say, you know, it just says squeeze the oil, so here we go. Just going for it. Bang it all in. Didn't say not to. Ta-da! Oil is banged in. Now what? Let's check. You can see this, by the way. Yeah, you can. That's fine. Just bring the light down. Insert the ball plunger. Oh, that's the tiny little mushroom. In each coil spring. So one in the red one. There he is. Wow, pardon me. One in there. Yeah. Insert the cross-shaped lever. Oh, that's that little fella, isn't it? Yes. He's in. Okay. Then what? Insert the lock ring in its groove. Turn the ring until the ends are opposite the cross-shaped lever. So, Ringy McRingerson. Insert the lock ring in its groove. Doesn't say which way. I'm just going to go that way then. It doesn't fit in that. Is that right? I don't know. Doesn't look right. Oh well, we'll go for that. Why not? Check the ball plungers are seated. Yeah, I mean, what else are they going to do in there? If the plungers are out of place, it will lock the mechanism. While they're in there, sure the tabs of the lock ring point down. Oh, now you tell me. Now you tell me. There we go. So, did you see that? The little thing? They sort of point down. Point that down there. Squeeze the lock ring ends together and install the shank in the gear. Oh. That's this fella, isn't it? Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. Right, so we're going to have to go and run off and get some long nose pliers to pinch these together. So I can see now why they say put it in a vise, because you need 2 hands, because you've got to squeeze that and you've got to put this on so the little gap in the lid fits where your pliers is going. Oh god, yeah. And it's all got to line up. So you've got, hope you can see, the gap in the plastic lid, the gap here where the little spring and that goes, and then these have got to line up so you're pinching them and holding it in the gap. So I'll try and do it on camera, but well, shall I say I'll just try and do it full stop. It's a little bit fiddly. Let's try these other pliers I got. I think these are worse. Oh. You know what? It's gone down on one side. Uncontrollable laughter. So what's basically happening here, right? I'll show you what's got to happen. This part, you know, with all the gubbins in, has got a ridge in it. So when you're pinching this, the little ring sits in that ridge. And then what you've got to do, this, I'll let go of that a minute. This lid's also got a ridge, and that's where the little ring's got to go into. So basically you're holding it in this ridge, so you can get the lid on, and then once the lid's on, you let go of it and it comes out of the one ridge and goes into the other. But it's very much easier said than done. Right, I think I know where I've gone wrong. Okay, So this little ring, the things have got to point down, we know that, but when it says on the thing, it says this has got to be opposite, the opening's got to be opposite. I thought it meant opposite as in here, but it meant opposite, you know, on the other end. So I've been trying to fit it on wrong like a wally. So let's go for this again on camera. Let's do it. So it's now opposite. We're going to hug it into that ring and it's going to come and slot down now. It better bloody do. Here it goes. Yes. It's in. Right, so now it should hold the bits in. Yeah, yeah. Excellent. So oh, that's to undo and that's to do up. And then there's a middle setting where it locks it and you can do it and do it up, undo it and do it up on the same thing. Oh, this is amazing. I did it. I did it! So I just did that one thing wrong where it says turn the ring until the ends are opposite the cross shape. See, it does show it in that picture. So, my bad. It was still fun though. I kept laughing. But there we are. Lyndon can have his screwdriver back now. Oh, I also figured out that I could take this bottom off and it stood up. I didn't need a vise. So there we are. No real special tools required apart from a small pair of pliers. If your screwdriver has failed internally and you need to get this ring off, you do need some sort of tweezers to try and pinch the little things together so you can get the cap off. Or I think Lyndon, looking at it, probably just butchered it off. But it's working now, so he can have his screwdriver back. I hope that entertained you for a bit. It certainly entertained me having that poxy ring round the wrong way. Oh well. Thanks for watching. Bye.